again, here is another very interesting feature, very interesting use case I'm going to talk about, which you will see if you are a security operations security engineer. Even you get on a new job, you can take this. What would you do as a security best practices if you apply for a new job, if you get hired? These are really valuable information, valuable skill sets. You don't really need so much of an experience as long as you understand, but I highly recommend someone with 2 to 3 years experience in the field of networking and operating systems. You should know all that basic fundamental. You should know all these tools and technologies in the last 3 years. You must have learned it because these are very important. So if you're coming from network engineer, these are easier for you. From operating system engineering, operating system, Windows, Linux, all that are easier for you. But if you're coming from uh, desktop, then you may have to a little bit skill up. You are new, then you'll have to learn this. But having the visibility, having the exposure to this can really move up in your career pretty quick and pretty fast. And the one I'm showing you here is the anomalies option available. And anomalies you'll see in every different product. And that's there by design. And machine learning and AI are really helping improve a lot of them. So um, these are the anomaly detection enabled in my Azure. Not necessarily I have to enable all of them. If you have Azure, go take a look. And you may not even have to enable all of them because there's a cost to it, which I will tell you what do I mean by cost. It's not a money cost. It can literally bring down your system because if you look at deletion, it means it will perform some deletion activity. You don't want to do that. Data destruction, I have enabled it, but most likely it can. So you have to be really careful what you do here. Um, Password reset, you have to be careful here. User account removal, because this could be part of your wish list that, hey, I want to do everything automated, but you don't want to do the automation as the cost of the downtime, which can cost a business millions and $1 million. You don't know until you don't know what's causing. So that's why in security engineering, it is very important. And you keep the track, you need to monitor, you need to manage whenever you enable it, and the best practices, you want to do it one at a time. It's my test environment. That's why I have everything enabled, because for the security of my environment, and I'm not running anything which can cause or bring my system down. Okay, so in your lab environment, you're okay to do that. However, in your regular production environment, you have to pay very good attention, like unusual network anomaly detection. Yeah, that's a good one, right? So let's start with one at a time, because anomaly detection, I think, how many of them are there? 55. So I don't plan to put 55 videos, but at least I will cover the good ones, or the one I think are the important one, maybe the one with the destruction and creation. So kind of give you an idea things what you should be doing or not. So this is disabled. So let's take a look. What does it mean? So anomaly account deletion. So basically what it's going to do, it will say right here, may interrupt availability. So if you enable it, and if the condition set true, it may interrupt availability of the system. Interruption availability of a system, it means it can cause some downtime. It can disconnect, reboot, whatever can happen depending where that account is being used. If that account is a service account and that's get deleted, or your application will stop working. If there's a scheduled task or whatever. So again, this can create a lot of damage. So you really don't want to enable it. If the network resource inhibiting access to accounts, blah, 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 this account will be deleted, logged, or manipulated. So really don't want to do it unless you really want to do it when this gets detected. So Sentinel detects anomalies based on dynamic and baseline behavior, blah, 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 triggered by the correlation. It will create the correlation of different attributes based on the criteria of geolocation, device, source, and all that. Okay, so let me take a look. If I click edit, I was looking at the criteria basically. anomaly detection again here. So it has this criteria, and you can find more details here. Anomalies are saved to new anomalies table in Microsoft Sentinel. It says where does it save, what will be the impact, account access removal. So basically account access removal will happen, and when enabled, the rule runs in production mode, runs every day, and when enabled, the rule runs blah, 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 this version. So if you go here, you'll find some more details about this on Microsoft advisory website. They have more details, guidance. Then it also talks about how would you detect. So basically you go to the logs, you search for anomalies. Basically you're doing a threat hunting, and then you can run a script contain unusual mass, blah, blah, blah. And then step by step, it has the detail, how would you go about it, okay? So that's all security engineering. As a security engineer, you are doing the investigation and making sure. And then you'll find. So step-by-step details are available. And when you want to do the production or not. So again, you have to do homework. You just don't want to enable it. Okay. So this is something particular I wanted to show you. Use case here. Flight mode. You can do the flight mode here, means it will be in a testing mode, lab mode enable to test anomalies. So basically, this is what you want to do it if you want it to start, and it will just detect and it will not take any action. This is very important, okay? And you can submit the feedback, blah, blah, blah. You save it, for example, if I'm going to save it, and I should be able to see it should have been enabled. Yeah, you see it's in flight mode right there. So that's the way you do it. If you like it, let me know, and I will be covering some more anomalies, because this is a very important area for you to understand when it comes to this type of work. So that's being said, stay tuned for more.